Hey everybody, it's B-Diz, the rock star part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about the return of Jill Roberts in Scream 7. Let's go.
What do we do?
Everybody dies.
Jill Roberts was born in 1994 and was only 1 when the original Ghostface killing happened of Maureen Prescott, who was her aunt. She grew up in Woodsboro, California, being raised by a single mom, Kate Roberts, who was neglectful to her. As far as her dad, I can't even find out what his name is. Jill is dealing with the breakup with Trevor, who cheated on her and is constantly begging her like a little bitch to take him back. She is also constantly hearing about her cousin Sydney, who is super famous for being the surviving final girl during all the Woodsboro Ghostface attacks. Sydney also dropped her book called Out of Darkness, which is successful. Jill joined the Woodsboro High Cinema Club secretly and started a relationship with the president of the club and movie buff, Charlie Walker. And after knowing that Sid would make her last stop for the book tour in Woodsboro, Jill and Charlie started their own spree of murders in the town, which would be during the 15th year anniversary. It's heavily implied that Charlie killed all the victims in 4, even Jill's mom. Jill filmed a bunch of the murders, and the plan was to upload the videos on the internet under Trevor's IP address, framing him. Charlie didn't know that. Jill was just using him to commit all the murders because she also secretly was going to frame Charlie as the accomplice of Trevor. Instead of Billy and Stu stabbing each other to look like victims, Jill stabbed Charlie in the chest, killing him. It's implied that the only people Jill killed was Trevor and Charlie. Jill's motives for doing this is to get fame, just like Sydney from the trauma of being attacked. She gives herself a bunch of injuries, staging her attack by Trevor, and to be the sole survivor. This is also Jill assuming Sid is dead after stabbing her. Once the media and public get the news of what Jill did, she does get her quote-unquote 15 seconds of fame. Not as much as Stu, but there are a huge want for her to return. She did get her head electrocuted and shot in the chest and looked every bit of dead, lying next to Sid on the ground in the hospital. But as they say, you gotta shoot him in the head for them to be dead, and she wasn't. Obviously, if she was alive, she'll be locked up for everything she was a part of in 4. Jill is definitely in my top 5 of Ghostfaces out of the whole franchise. The fact that she wanted to kill friends and members of her family just so she could be famous is messed up and one of the coldest motives out of all the Ghostfaces in my opinion. For 7, it would be cool if the Ghostface reveals were Jill and Stu. They are both people who have a past with Sydney and both people that we thought were dead. If Neve Campbell makes her return in 7, this kind of reveal would have a huge shock factor if done right. I still think Danny being involved, like I talked about in a previous video, will be cool. Also, Christina Carpenter being in 7 and being involved somehow would be cool and something fans have wanted since Sam and Tara have been in the franchise. Last, there is the talk of Leslie Mocker, who is Stu's older sis, and was also the mom of Vince, who was killed in 5. She would be the one who is responsible for the Ghostface cult if that happens, and it's not from Stu's behalf if he's in it. As you can see, there are already so many possibilities of who the Ghostfaces could be in 7, and I'm sure the list of possibilities will grow more and more as time goes. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about Jill's bio and her possible return. Also, some of the possibilities of who the Ghostfaces could be in 7. Like and share the video, subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.